everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Just Mango's Mobile Madness, where we talk about gacha games in general. This one is going to be kind of like a quick 2020 recap, and what we're going to do is go over the gachas I'm currently playing and why. But first, we're going to go over which ones I played throughout 2020 for like an extended period of time and made videos on, and why they didn't make it in my eyes, and we'll go over the others as well. So to start off with, Arknights was the first one. This is kind of one of those honorable mentions. Arknights was here for a while. I really enjoyed my time with Arknights. I only made 10 videos for it. I'm not sure why I only made 10, but only made 10 videos. And you can see I did some stuff for re-rolling, some starter tips, some tutorials. I lose sleep over a sheep. Hard to read that thumbnail there. But this was a really fun game and I really enjoyed it. And I know a lot of my friends are currently still enjoying it too. The reason why I personally stopped, even though I think it's a fantastic game if you're looking for this style, is I couldn't actively play it enough. And that was a big problem for me. So that's pretty much all of it. Like, I just couldn't feel like I could play or really roll enough to make the game worthwhile. Next up on the list of kind of honorable mentions here is Seven Deadly Sins, and this is a game I played a lot. I loved this game. I think this was really innovative in terms of how gacha games are laid out, specifically with the story and with how the world works. Everything was just pretty well done. I also really enjoyed how they did costumes. I love how they were implemented. It was a good way for them to make a lot of money and also a good way to not really get too much power. I made 21 Seven Deadly Sins videos, and I had a lot of fun with it. And you can tell when games kind of have content that I enjoy because I do things other than just summon. So we have like a tier list and unit review. We have summons. We have how to get the best gear. I just had a lot of fun with this game. The reason why I stopped playing was I don't really know. It was just one of those games where something happened. I'm not sure what, but I just didn't play. Like, one day I just didn't log in and that was it. I think the reason being was I was having so much fun with PvP, and then they released a character that kind of ruined that, and I just wasn't having fun with the PvP, which made me drop it. So that's kind of it for SDS. I think it's a fantastic game still, and I do recommend trying it out if you're looking for just a fun game. Next up is another gacha we tried. This is Exo's Heroes, and this is a real rough around the edges gacha. There were a lot of things wrong with it. The developers were not so great in terms of like getting things done right. So there were a lot of stuff weirdly translated and just didn't work right, and there was a lot of errors. For example, around the time when I left, they accidentally sent people like 100 million premium currency instead of 100,000. So, or instead of 100,000 gold, they were supposed to send people 100,000 gold, and they sent them 100,000 crystals. So, then they banned people for using it. So it was a train ride. No, it was a bus ride. No, it was a train wreck. That's what I was going for. It was just like up and down and up and down and up and down. It was just so weird, and I had so much fun with this. I mostly did pull videos. There were 13 videos, but this was one I really actively played every day, and I really enjoyed it. So now these are the three that really stood out to me as 2020 gachas that I played. And keep in mind, this list isn't games released in 2020. This is just me playing games in 2020. I don't think I would go back to Exo's Heroes now just because of all the weird shenanigans that was happening. But let's get into the ones I'm actually playing right now. And as always, if you want to download some of these games, I should have them in the link description below for you. And we're going to start off with the obvious one here. This is Epic 7. We've done 552 videos approximately for Epic 7. Obviously, not all the ones from this year. And it's been a great game. It's been a wild ride. Oh, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for wild ride because it was just so bumpy. It's been a really great game. And there's been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of ups. There's been a lot of downs. There's been a lot of community. And I think this is definitely one of those games, if you happen to not be playing it and are watching this video, that are worth playing. It's always improving, slightly getting better, especially recently. They've been pushing out a ton of quality of life stuff, a ton of just amazingness. As you can see from the art, that it's just pretty great. All the characters are fantastic, really strategical as well, and they're adding new things pretty much regularly. I definitely would give this game a shot if you haven't played it. And it's fun. You know, Epic 7. Let's go to the next game. You already know about this one. Illusion Connect number 2. We only have 2 videos out on Illusion Connect so far, but I've got a 3rd and a 4th recorded already, and there will definitely be more. This is the game that surprised me more than any other game this year. Not surprised me in that it's the best game ever. It is pretty solid, but surprised me in the sense that it surprised me, you know, like there's so many games like this. There's so many new gacha games that come out that kind of look like this and feel like this that just suck, you know? They're just money grabs. They're just horrible. The gameplay sucks. The translation sucks. Just everything sucks. But this one just ended up really great. The devs have been fantastic. They talk to us. Everything is fantastic. They fix stuff. They fix compensation, like if they screw something up. Everything has been great, and I'm really, really happy with this. One thing to note, I think this is the only gacha game where I've super enjoyed playing on manual. I actually like actively go in to play it on manual, which is something I basically never do in gachas unless it's like an active game, like 2 more games on this list. So the reason why this is just so great is obviously the characters. The characters are fantastic. We can take boobs. We can take a look at so many of them here. There's some great skins. This is Rikia, for example. Rikia gets a couple skins here. She can look like that, or like that. Obviously great. There's tons of ways to spend your bread instantly. So if you only want to play the game for 5 minutes a day, you can play 5 minutes a day and not really lose out. You can quick do arena. You can quick do basically everything. There's an exploration mode, which is just great. Kind of goes over like an Alice in Wonderland style story where you manually move around, or auto if you want. There's Arcana, which is actually my favorite game mode to get you tickets. And the most important part here is how free to play this game is. Granted, it gives you a lot of benefit for spending as well. Like just spending a little bit of money gives you insane rewards. A really good example of this is the SVIP pack, which I believe is $10 ? And it gives you 5 pulls a week and a bunch of other stuff. So every week for the end of time, you get 5 pulls a week. It's just really cool. And I have had some gems given to me. I have 30,000 up there, but I've not spent a single gem that they've given to me so far. So I've just got so much that I've been able to get every character, almost every character, and just I have so much left. It's ridiculous. Love this game. I really think you should try it out. There's a billion coupon codes as well, including #ICMango. Try this game out. Super, super, super surprised by how this one went. Okay, next up we're gonna do a game that not many people actually know I'm playing right now, and this is AFK Arena. And this is a game I'm playing just for me. You know, this isn't a game I'm playing to make content for and just to talk with y'all about and make videos for. This is a game I'm just personally having fun for by myself, and I'm really enjoying it. It's another one of those games you can only play for like a little bit amount a day, which gives me that satisfaction of logging in, hitting a couple red exclamation points, maybe doing some summons here and there, and just like really enjoying myself. There's so much to do. If you happen to be playing this game and want to see my heroes, this is what I'm looking at. I started a fresh account recently, and the good part is, if you're a new player, they put out new servers all of the time, so you can kind of compete with similar level people. I would say like one every couple days, it seems to be. And my favorite part about this game is just the art is insane. It's a different style of art, and it's just, I love it so much. It's just so great. And if we go into the journal for the characters here, we can see the style of art they have. Like, I'm just a really, really massive fan of this game. The devs seem to be doing pretty great. There's a ton of coupon codes as well. And most importantly for me anyway, you get a boatload of summons, and there's constant progression. Like, you're always making progress. You're always upgrading your units. They also collabed with Markiplier, LOL. And you get so many summons. Like we have 20 summons we can do right now. Try to get like a Rowan or something would be pretty sweet. Yeah, Rowan. I'm an actual god. And it's really easy to get each individual unit. This time we can get a Lucius. Really easy to get individual units, and then you get more for duplicates and stuff like that. So I'm just really happy with this game, and I think you should try it. I definitely think you should give it a go. Really quick to play, and just overall a blast. Okay, we're gonna go with another game not everybody knows I'm playing, and not a game I'm using for YouTube content and just like fun with you folks. This is a game I'm playing entirely for me, and this is Disney Sorcerer's Arena. And I just really like this game. It's really casual. There's a lot of stuff wrong with it. I'm gonna preface it with that. There's a lot wrong with it. It's super pay to win, but you can just casually have fun as a Disney fan. Collect your characters. You can see everybody that's in the game. You can get tokens really easily. You can farm everybody. There's regular events. As you can see, they pop up tons of pay to win stuff 24/7, which is a real annoyance, but it is still really, really, really fun. And there's events for Stitch, for Sally, and for example, see, they pop it up every damn time. You're pushing it, Disney. And with my stamina right now, I'm capped on my energy, and just look how easy it is to spend it. And this is why I really enjoy it, because I can spend it really quickly if you just hit auto here. We did auto, and we are out of stamina. So you can play really, really quickly every day if you want. And there's tons of different areas. Like in the villain campaign, you can only use villains, and the heroes, you know, there's so many different things. There's a couple drawbacks. The biggest drawback is there is no real Disney music, and there are no Disney sound effects / voices. So for example, you're not going to hear Kristoff speak. You're not going to hear Anna say anything. Nothing like that. So Disney didn't give them the rights for stuff like that, which is a little unfortunate, because I think this game, if they gave them free reign and didn't make them monetize it, like, look at this. Let me just show you. Look at all these bundles, and these like rotate every day. So there's like 50 new bundles a day. There's so many, it's ridiculous. Ooh, okay, this is something I want to show, because this is something I've never seen in any other games, and this is the 2x offers area, where with Tapjoy, they let you complete stuff and get free gems back. I've actually done a couple of these. For example, I bought a shaving kit for like $10, and it gave me like 4,000 gems in game, which costs like $40. I've done a bunch of other ones too, and there's surveys and crap in here you can do, but they're just a pure scam. Don't do those. It's actually ridiculous. Like I donated $20 to refugees and was given gems back in game for it. I'm just super a fan of that. I'm not sure why more games don't do it. I actually had a problem with one of my purchases I did, and they fixed it. So yeah, fun game, really casual game, and just a side game for me that I won't be making videos on, that I am super enjoying. 2 more games left on this list. We're gonna stop at the second last one with Guardian Tales. And I made a video recently. I've done 2 videos on Guardian Tales so far, and I titled it My Favorite Gacha of 2020, and it is still my favorite gacha of 2020. It is brilliant. It is quite possibly the funniest and best thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm capped coffee actually, which makes me cry inside. Right after I'm done this video, I'm gonna fix that, don't worry. I love every second I play this game. It is kind of a manual game with a ton of story, but the story is so funny. It is the funniest thing in the world. Like, for example, I just I ran into two sprites, which were Tifa and Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. And this is an active game, so you run around and like stab stuff and do whatever you want. And they asked me, they came up to me, they're like, we keep getting our asses beat. Why do we keep losing? And they're like, can you watch us fight? And you follow them over, and I'm sorry for spoiling this for you because it's hilarious. You follow them over to a room, and they get in a battle, and you can see like this ATB bar underneath them, and they take like one turn each, and then the enemies just pummel on them and kick their butts. And they're like, what's wrong? Why are we so bad? And one of the options is ignore the bar under your feet. And it's just so funny. Just stuff like that. I love it. Infinite references as well. References to every single thing you can imagine. So unbelievably good. There's a ton of different game modes as well. There's a guild town. I'm so in love with this game. I'm so in love. And they also have mileage for summons as well. So for example here, we have a mileage system. I have 437 mileage tokens, which means I can buy a 3-star unit, which is the max rarity here, for 300 of those, and in 163 more I'll be able to buy another. So what I plan to do is buy the unit that comes out in 3 days, which there will be a summon video out for, possibly, which is an amazing unit, by the way. So now is a perfect time to start. I'm just so impressed. There's puzzles too. If you've ever played Lufia 2 for Super Nintendo, the puzzles kind of remind me a lot like that. And yeah, so fantastic game. Give this a shot. Play it for like an hour and see if you like it. Like, if you like the first hour, read the story. If you like the first hour, you're gonna love the rest of the game. Okay, and the final game on the list, I actually am updating right now, so I'm not going to show you any gameplay. You know what game this is. This is Genshin Impact, probably the biggest impact any mobile game has had ever. It's ridiculous how big it is. I've done 13 videos on it so far, and I'm really enjoying myself. I actually kind of consider it not a gacha game. Like, I play this as a console game, you know? Like, I sit in bed and I play with a controller, and I play on my big TV. Wonderful game. It's an insane storyline. It's insane exploration. The characters are amazing. The VAs are literally 100 out of 100. So flipping good. And also, I love it so much, and there's so much to do. If you ever have not played this game because you hear one of the billion people echoing how bad it is with their stamina system and stuff like that, just ignore them. Just throw it out the window, because like, you've got so much content to do, and the game is free. And the characters are amazing as well. You won't really notice that stuff unless you play a lot, and I mean a lot. I'm playing 2 to 4 hours a day approximately, maybe a little less, maybe a little more depending on the day, and I have so much to do. I am overwhelmed. And when I say you don't need to spend money, it is super free to play, playable. You get a ton of characters, and the 4 stars are pretty great. That is one thing. Like, when some people say a game is free to play, they say you can clear this with this 3-star, and nobody wants to use Raz, you know? Like, yeah, you get Raz for free at Epic 7, but nobody wants to use him. But in this game, the 4 stars are amazing. They look like they have almost as much detail as the 5 stars, and a lot of people's favorite characters are actually the 4 stars. For example, my favorite character is actually Klee, so take that back. My favorite character is Ningguang, who's a 4-star, and you know, I just love that I don't really choose who to play because they're a 5-star. I choose who to play because I love their design. So you don't need to summon all the new shiny characters. Obviously, it's going to be slightly more fun, but you're going to have so much fun with what you have. So I really recommend trying this game out. If you haven't, do not play it on your phone, though. It's kind of a horrible experience on your phone. I actually don't even like playing on mouse and keyboard. I really enjoy just sitting in bed with a controller. That's what I do. I personally just run an HDMI line from my PC to my TV and play it that way. So yeah, and I think that's it for this video. I super enjoy all these games. This is more gachas I've been playing in as long as I can remember. Usually I've been sticking with 2 to 3 gachas for a long time, but I'm just so happy with all of the games right now that I just love it. You know, like I'm so happy. This has been such a great game for gachas in general that it's just been great, and I hope 2021 is better for gachas than this year, because then we're gonna have way too many games to play. So we're gonna stop here. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're playing in the comments below there, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.